3 games into the baseball season, Brock, and already the Mariners, I think, exceeding expectations for a lot of people. Now, that doesn't say a lot about the expectations people had to begin with. But if you want to draw anything out of a 2-1 start in Oakland, I'd look at one guy, and that's Justin Smoak. And we've focused on him over and over again. I've told you since months ago. Yeah. He is the key to the 2011 season for 2 reasons. If he does well, A, I think the team will do well. But B, he is the future. He is the potential power hitter. He's the guy you traded Cliff Lee for. He was the centerpiece in that deal, and for him to be a good player going forward is huge. Last year he comes over, was not particularly ready, had been rushed to the big leagues by the Texas Rangers, and despite being a guy known for his patience, had almost 0 patience. Right. 4 walks in the first 3 games of the season. He's got a slugging percentage over 500. He has an on-base percentage over 500. That's what I want to see from Justin Smoak.
You've got to imagine that Jack Zduriencik, yeah, okay, Miguel Olivo, it's good. You know, a little short-term 2-year deal. Jack Cust, you bring him in to change some of that culture that we've talked about before. But there's probably a little extra smile for Jack Zduriencik when he sees a Dustin Ackley, hopefully one day, maybe even in June, come up here and have some success. A Justin Smoak who, let's face it, maybe Jack's career in some ways hinges on those 2 guys. If those guys are right, he comes from the scouting background. You know, he traded Cliff Lee. He said no to Montero in the Yankees because he wanted Smoak in that Cliff Lee deal. Those young pieces, that's what this year is about, evaluating your youngsters. If this program is going to take the next step, and program it's Wedge, it's Zduriencik, if they're going to get to where all Mariners fans want them to get to, it's going to be on the backs of these young kids, Mike, who have a higher ceiling than the rest.
And as much as we worry about the Mariners now going into Texas and taking on that great hitting lineup and all the damage they did with 11 home runs against the Red Sox in the first 3 games of the season, let's also not forget it's the place Justin Smoak has been the most comfortable and hit many of his home runs in his big league career. How nice would it be to see them come home with him really riding a hot streak, maybe go yard once or twice in Texas, and let him just have a great send-off for what hopes to be his breakout season.
Go Smokey.